Good morning, Girl Scout Daisies. This is Mrs. Laura, your virtual program coordinator. I am really excited today to help you earn a fun patch. I'm actually going to be reading a story to you and showing you a cool science experiment from the book that I'm going to read you so that you can earn your Daisy Fun Patch, the future STEMinist patch. This is one that I'm really excited about, one that's close to my heart. I am definitely a strong advocate for girls in STEM. It is one of my favorite parts about being a Girl Scout, is being knowledgeable in the area of STEM. So I am really excited to read a story to you today, show you a really cool science experiment, and as your takeaway, you can purchase the Girl Scouts Future STEMinist patch. So I'm going to be reading a book to you today, one of my favorites, called Ada Twist Scientist by Andrea Beatty, and it's illustrated by David Roberts. I'm really excited to share this with you today. It was inspired by female scientist Marie Curie and Ada Roberts. They are scientists, women that studied and explored the area of STEM and are very famous for it. This book was inspired by them, and I hope that it inspires you as well to be a future STEMinist. All right, we'll get started. There's a nice little passage here on the side as well that gives you a little bit of a foreshadow of the book. This book can be purchased online. It can be bought in any bookstore, but I'm really excited to share it with you today. Ada Marie said not a word till the day she turned 3. She bounced in her crib and looked all around, observing the world but not making a sound. She learned how to climb and made her big break with a trail of chaos left in her wake. She ran through the day, chasing each sound in sight, and didn't slow down till she conked out at night. Her parents were frazzled, but tried not to freak as Ada grew bigger and still did not speak. Clearly, young Ada, with lots in her head, would have something to say when it ought to be said. That's just what happened when Ada turned 3. She tore through the house on a fact-finding spree and climbed up the clock just as high as she could. Her parents yelled, "Stop!" as all good parents would. Ada's chin quivered, but she did not cry. She took a deep breath and she simply asked, "Why?" Why does it tick and why does it talk? Why don't we call it a granddaughter clock? Why are there pointy things stuck to a rose? Why are there hairs up inside of your nose? She started with why, and then what, how, and when. By bedtime, she came back to why once again. She drifted to sleep as her dazed parents smiled at the curious thoughts of their curious child, who wanted to know what the world was about. They kissed her and whispered, "You'll figure it out." Her parents kept up with their high-flying kid, whose questions and chaos both grew as she did. Even Miss Greer found her hands were quite full when young Ada's chaos wreaked havoc at school. But this much was clear about Miss Ada Twist. She had all the traits of a great scientist. Ada was busy that first day of spring, testing the sounds that make mockingbirds sing. When a horrible stench whacked her right in the nose, a pungent aroma that curled up her toes. "Zowie," said Ada, which got her to thinking, what is the source of that terrible stinking? How does a nose know there's something to smell? And does it still stink if there's no nose to tell? She rattled off questions and tapped on her chin. She'd start at the start where she ought to begin. A mystery, a riddle, a puzzle, a quest. This was the moment that Ada loved best. Ada did research to learn all she could of smelling and smells, both the stinky and good. One hypothesis Ada thought could be true. The terrible stink came from Dad's cabbage stew. She tested and tested, but soon Ada knew it was time to come up with hypothesis 2. Then zowie! The stink shrunk again. Just like that hypothesis 2, it's caused by the cat. The cat couldn't make such a stink on its own. It needed perfume and some fancy cologne. So young Ada tested. The test was a flop. She started again, but her parents yelled, "Stop!" Ada Marie, to the thinking chair now. By the time we count 3. "Enough," said Mother. "That's it," said her dad. Her parents were frustrated, frazzled, and mad. "Why?" Ada questioned. Her mother said no. "What?" Ada questioned. Her father said, "Go. You've ruined her supper. You've made the cat stink. Enough with your questions. Now sit there and think." She looked at her parents. Her heart turned to goo. Poor Ada Twist didn't know what to do. She sat all alone by herself in the hall, and Ada once more could say nothing at all. And so Ada sat, and she sat, and she sat, and she thought about science and Stu and the cat, and how her experiments made such a big mess. Does it have to be so? Is that part of success? Are messes a problem? And while she was thinking, what was the source of that terrible stinking? Ada Marie did what scientists do. She asked a small question, and then she asked 2. And each of those led her to 3 questions more. And some of those questions resulted in 4. As Ada got thinking, she really dug in. She scribbled her questions and tapped on her chin. She started at why, and then what, how, and when. At the end of the hall, she reached why once again. Her parents calmed down and they came back to talk. They looked at the hallway and just had to gawk. No patch of bare paint could be seen on the wall. The thinking chair now was the great thinking hall. They watched their young daughter and sighed as they did. What would they do with this curious kid who wanted to know what the world was about? They smiled and whispered, "We'll figure it out." And that's what they did, because that's what you do when your kid has a passion and heart that is true. They remade their world. Now they're all in the act of helping young Ada sort out fiction from fact. She asked lots of questions. How could she resist? It's all in the heart of a young scientist. And as for that smell, what could Ada Twist do but learn all she can with their friends in grade 2? Will they discover the stink that curls toes? Well, that is the question. And someday, who knows? The end. I'm going to read a little note from the author here. It says, women have been scientists for as long as there have been science. They've asked questions and looked for answers to the secrets of the universe, of soil and stars, stalactites and seahorses, glaciers and gravity, brains and black holes, of everything. Ada Marie Twist is named for 2 of the many women whose curiosity and passion led them to make great discoveries. Marie Curie discovered the elements, polonium and radium, and her work led to the invention of X-rays. Ada Lovelace was a mathematician and the very first computer programmer. So this is an amazing book inspired by 2 real-life women scientists. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of inspiration to becoming a future STEMinist. I absolutely love this book, and I'm really glad I was able to share it with you today. Now for the fun science experiment. I am going to do a fun science demonstration with you, which comes straight from the book, Ada Twist Scientist. I'm going to flip back to the page, and maybe you remember it. It was the one with all the colorful sodas spraying all over the page. You got it. I am going to show you how to do the colorful rainbow soda geyser experiment using different colored sodas and Mentos candy. And we are going to set off some colorful sodas today and see which ones have the higher geyser. A geyser is a natural phenomenon explosion. There are geysers located all around the United States, and we're going to set some off today in my backyard. So I'm going to readjust the camera here for a moment, and we are going to set off some of our very own rainbow soda colored geysers. I am so excited for this because it comes straight from the book. So give me just a moment as I reset the camera here so that you can actually see the sodas that are on the ground here. So bear with me for a moment. I'm going to do a little bit of readjusting here, and hopefully you can see all of them here. I'm going to use 4 Mentos candies per soda, and I couldn't find all the colors of the rainbow. I was able to find red, orange, green, purple. I was not able to find blue, so I decided to go with just regular cola. So I have red strawberry soda, I have orange soda, citrus drop soda, I have grape soda, and then finally cola. And we are going to see which soda actually creates the highest geyser or explosion. Very much inspired from the book Ada Twist, the Scientist. So here we go. I'm really excited to get started. The first thing that I'm going to do for you is take off the lids of the sodas. So I'm going to take off the cap for the red, orange, and these can be purchased at any local grocery store or Walmart, Target. If you're able to find a blue soda, let me know, because I was not able to find a blue one. But I know that they're out there and that they exist. So right now I'm just unscrewing the caps, and then we're gonna get ready for some fun. We're gonna see which soda gives off the highest explosion. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna get 4 Mentos ready, and then I'm going to drop them into the red soda first, and we're gonna create this wonderful rainbow explosion here. So I'm gonna put these in, get my other Mentos out of the way, and here we go. Woo! I didn't even get the fourth one in there. That one was pretty high. I did not even get the fourth Mentos candy in there before it completely exploded. So there's the red. Let's see about the orange. And I'm gonna have to watch this video back so that I can see which one created the highest explosion. There's the orange. I think the red might have been higher than the orange. We shall see. I'm gonna have to watch the video back. All right, here goes green. We shall see if it creates. Whoa, that one is pretty tall. That one is tall. It even shot one of the Mentos candies out. One of them didn't even make it in there. And I don't know if you can see the ground here, but it's actually making such a pretty rainbow on the pavement here. So you'll definitely have to try this out at home. Grape soda is next. I'm really excited. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah! It didn't even, the fourth one didn't even make it in there. That one was just as high as the green, I think. All right, now we've added purple to our pretty pavement rainbow here. All right, last but not least, we've got the dark cola, the darkest color I could find. So here we go. 1, 2. Ah! That one definitely went the highest. I didn't even get all the Mentos in there. So much fun. I think the cola is the winner today. But I have this nice, beautiful rainbow on the pavement. So much fun. I hope you enjoyed participating in the future STEMinist patch. I hope that you even maybe try rereading the story or looking the story up online again for yourself, or even creating your own rainbow colored science geyser experiment. I had so much fun with you here today. Have fun with this, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.